Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IT India. This video is related to AWS Solution Architect Certification Preparation and this is going to be part 22nd of this series. And let's start with our first question of this video. A solution architect is creating an application that will handle batch processing of large amount of data. The input data will be held in Amazon S3 and the output data will be stored in different S3 bucket. For processing, the application will transfer the data over network between multiple Amazon EC2 instances. What should the solution architect do to reduce the overall data transfer cost? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer. Let me reveal the correct answer, and the correct answer here will be option C. Place all the EC2 instances in the same availability zone. So this one is correct here because data transferred between Amazon EC2, Amazon RDS, Amazon Redshift, Amazon Elastic Cache instances and even Elastic Network Interface in the same availability zone is absolutely free. In the same availability zone, it will be absolutely free. So option C is correct here. And now question number 212. A company hosts its core network service including directory service and DNS in its own premises data center. The data center is connected to AWS Cloud using AWS Direct Connect. Additional AWS accounts are planned that will require quick, cost-effective and consistent access to these network services. What should a solution architect implement to meet these requirements with the least amount of operational head? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer again. Let me reveal the correct answer for you. And correct answer here will be option D. Configure AWS Transit Gateway between the accounts, assign DX to the transit gateway and route network traffic to the on-premises servers. So option D is absolutely correct here. Because AWS Transit Gateway connect VPCs and on-premises network through a central hub. This simplifies your network and puts an end to the complex peering relationship. It acts as a cloud router. Each new connection is only made once. So option D is correct. And now question number 213. A company operates an e-commerce website on Amazon EC2 instances behind an application load balancer in an auto-scaling group. The site is experiencing performance issues related to a high request rate from illegitimate external system with changing IP address. The security team is worried about potential DDoS attack against the website. The company must block the illegitimate incoming request in a way that has minimal impact on the legitimate users. What should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options. So correct answer here will be, and the correct answer here will be option B. Deploy AWS WAF, associate with the ALB and configure rate limiting rule. Because IP address is changing here continuously, so NACL cannot be used. So this option is eliminated. And AWS Inspector assesses application for exposure, vulnerabilities and deviations from the best practice. So it's for penetration test and so on. So this is also eliminated. And now if I talk about AWS Guard Duty, AWS Guard Duty is a threat detection, not prevention. So this is also wrong. So AWS WAF is the only best option, and also wherever there is a possibility of DDoS attack, always go for AWS WAF. And now question number 214. A company receives structured and semi-structured data from various sources once every day. A solution architect needs to design a solution that leverages big data processing frameworks. The data should be accessible using SQL queries and business intelligence tools. What should the solution architect recommend to build the most high-performing solution? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer. And let me reveal the correct answer for you. Use Amazon EMR to process data and Amazon Redshift to store the data. So option B is correct here, and this one is correct here because here is a clue. Leverages big data processing, and whenever there is a mention about big data, always go for Amazon EMR. That is a basic trick that may be helpful for you. And now question number 215. A company is hosting an election reporting website on AWS for users around the world. The website uses Amazon EC2 instances for the web and application tiers in an auto-scaling group with application load balancer. The database tier uses an Amazon RDS for MySQL database. The website is updated with election result once an hour and has historically observed hundreds of users accessing the report. The company is expecting a significant increase in the demand because of upcoming election in different countries. A solution architect must improve the website's ability to handle additional demand while minimizing the need for the additional EC2 instances. Which solution will meet this requirement? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be option B. Launch an Amazon CloudFront web distribution to cache a commonly requested website content. Because it is mentioned here in the question that users are around the world. So whenever there is a requirement of providing better experience for the users around the world, always think about CloudFront. And also, it also requires cache invalidation every hour. And it is also the requirement of the question as it is mentioned here. So due to these reasons, option B is correct here. And now question number 216. A company is building a website that relies on reading and writing to an Amazon DynamoDB database. The traffic associated with the website predictably peaks during business hours on weekdays and declines overnight and during weekends. A solution architect need to design a cost-effective solution that can handle the load. What solution should the solution architect do to meet this requirement? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the answer. And let me reveal the correct answer for you. And the correct answer here will be option C. Enable DynamoDB auto-scaling when creating the tables. And this one is correct here because the load is variable and predictable as it is mentioned here. So option C is best. And if we talk about on demand, it will be best for unknown workloads. So option C is correct here. And now question number 217. A company uses Amazon Redshift for its data warehouse. The company wants to ensure high durability for its data in case of any component failure. What should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options. You can have a look at the options and take your time. And let me reveal the correct answer for you. And the correct answer here will be option B. Enable cross-region snapshots. Because this will improve durability and multi-AZ is not supported with Redshift. Due to this reason, this is the only best possible answer here. And now question number 218. A company has data stored in an on-premises data center that is used by several on-premises applications. The company wants to maintain its existing application environment and be able to use AWS services for data analytics and future visualizations. Which storage service should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options. I hope you have guessed the correct answer as of now. Let me reveal the correct answer for you. And the correct answer is AWS Storage Gateway for files. Because storage gateway is the bridge between the on-premises database and cloud. So answer is B only. And now question number 219. A solution architect must design a solution that uses Amazon CloudFront with an Amazon S3 origin to store a static website. The company's security policy requires that all the website traffic be inspected by AWS Web. How should the solution architect comply with these requirements? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer. Let me reveal the correct answer for you. And the correct answer here will be option D. Configure Amazon CloudFront and Amazon S3 to use an origin access identity OAI to restrict access to S3 bucket. Enable AWS Web on the distribution. So this one is correct here because you can deploy AWS Web on Amazon CloudFront as part of your CDN solution. The application load balancer that fronts your web server or origin servers running on EC2, Amazon API Gateway for your REST APIs or AWS AppSync for your GraphQL APIs With AWS WAF, you pay only for what you use, and the pricing is based on how many rules you deploy and how many web requests your application receives. In any cases, and not just any AWS incoming requests are going to hit the firewall first. If it passes the firewall, then it can continue to its next destination. So option D is correct here. And now question number 220. A company has a 143 TB MySQL database that it want to migrate to AWS. The plan is to use Amazon Aurora MySQL as a platform going forward. The company has 100 Mbps AWS direct connection to Amazon VPC. Which solution will meet company's needs and take the least amount of time? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer. And let me reveal the correct answer for you. And the correct answer here will be option D. Order for 50 TB AWS Snowball devices and copy the database backup onto them. Have AWS import the data into Amazon S3. Import the data into Aurora. So this one is correct here because 4 Snowball will be required, because if Snowball of 50 TB size has only 42 TB of usable space, and 42 into 3 will be equal to just 126, which is less than the required, and required is 143, and 42 into 4 will be equal to 168 TB. So the requirement of this 143 TB will be satisfied by ordering 4 Snowball devices. So this was all in this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great learning, and please do subscribe this channel IT India.